Hey, what's up? It's Deanna. So, today I'm going to talk to you about sleepers and what are sleepers. Okay, so sleepers are basically something that a seller is selling that is valuable, that they don't know what it is, and something that you can get for really cheap that's worth more. And that is my whole strategy with shopping on eBay. I look for sleepers. And the reason why I'm always searching for sleepers is because I don't have a big budget. I don't have a lot of money that I can spend per week on the things that I love the most. And unfortunately, the things that I love the most are very pricey and they cost a lot. So I collect antiques, antique dolls and toys, and teddy bears. And those things are usually several $100s to thousands of dollars. And here's an example of what I do. So, for example, I go on eBay because eBay is the easiest place for me to find my sleepers. And I go on eBay and I look for these sleepers by typing things in the search. Um, or I look for things under the wrong category. And here's an example. So here's an early American antique teddy bear. Somebody's listing it for $30. He did get the item correct. He claims that it's an antique vintage teddy bear. And he does know what it is, but he put a very low starting bid of $30. But look what category it's listed under. And it's listed under antiques, decorative arts, woodenware, and carved figures. Now, this is great for someone like me because not too many people are going to see this because it's listed in the wrong category. Now, if they typed in antique or vintage teddy bear in the search, they are going to find it. But for the most part, a lot of people are category searchers. They just click a category and look for certain items. So this guy did the incorrect thing by putting it in the wrong category. And so when I go to bid on it, if anybody else hasn't seen it, I have a high chance of getting this for $30 when it's probably worth between $125 to $300. And so that's great. So another thing I do is in the search, I search for things, for example, I search thinking like somebody who doesn't know what they have, how they would describe it. So if somebody has an object that they're selling and they don't know what its value is, they don't know what it's worth, and they're too lazy to do their homework by looking things up on Google, I try to search like if I didn't know what an item was. So I think logically, like how would they describe it? And that's how I type in my search. Or I misspell things purposely, on purpose, because a lot of people are not very good at spelling anymore in today's day and time because they do a lot of texting and they use acronyms or, they spell things incorrectly to be edgy and cool. And in school, they're no longer really teaching spelling like they did when I was a kid. And when I was a kid, if you spelled something wrong, the teacher would take points off of it, and we learned very quickly to spell things correctly. So back to the sleepers. So now, is it heinous and is it horrible? A lot of people think that I'm a predator, and I'm not a predator because I feel like this guy is happy to get $30 for this teddy bear, and if he's happy to get that amount, then there's nothing wrong with it. It's not like I'm holding a gun to his head and telling him, you must sell this teddy bear below market price and below its value. I'm not. He's happy with $30. And I'm happy if I win it for $30. So it's a win-win for both of us. Now, this has happened to me in the past. I've had antiques. Now, I can't be an expert in everything. And I listed it on Etsy or eBay. And I didn't know what my item was. And on a couple of occasions, I got really lazy. And I did not feel like doing my homework and searching and Googling and looking up what my item was. And on one occasion I can recall, I had an antique French pottery dog. And it was beautiful. It had glass eyes. And it was the most unusual thing I've ever seen. And it turned out it was very rare and I didn't know that. And I was too lazy to search on Google to find out what the item was. I listed it in my shop for $225. Someone from France made an offer and said to me, "Oh, it has a little chip. I'll give you $175 for that if you're interested." And I said, sure, I'll take $175 for that. And I sold it for that price. And so the guy haggled with me. And it turned out a week later, for some reason, I don't know how I happened upon it on the internet. I saw that same exact pottery dog and saw that it sold for $2,000. And oh my God, my stomach, the pit of my stomach, I felt sick. But I did not get angry at that French guy for offering me $175 for it because guess what? I did not do my homework. So too bad for me. And it's just funny though, he even haggled with me. He even got me to bring my price down to $175 knowing that that item was very valuable. And it's also funny because it was a French antique and a guy from France bought it, so he knew what it was. But I don't hold him accountable for that. It's not his fault whatsoever. And so this is why if you're selling things on the internet, you got to do your homework. You got to make sure you know what you're doing. Even if you don't know for sure, just keep searching. You'll find your item on Google. And, if you don't, this is what happens. A person like me is going to come by. I'm going to grab this item for really cheap and snatch it up. And again, that sounds unempathetic and nasty, but this is the only way I can operate as a collector. Because like I said, I don't have a big budget, can't afford to spend big bucks, and I can only spend a certain amount of money every week to buy the things that I love the most, and I'm not a wealthy woman. So once again, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up and subscribe, and happy sleeper hunting. Now you have some tips on how you can find your own sleepers. Thanks for watching.